Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I wanted to do a sort of quick update. I've got a couple of things to talk about in the video. I will touch briefly on what I've been doing training wise, how training has been going, because my base training plan has finished now. I have been very sucky with getting up my training updates. I do promise to be better with those. Yeah, the kitchen has not been going to plan at all. We are still fighting with that. So it has been taking sort of a lot of my mental capacity, I guess, with regards to that, and it's been sort of stressing me out quite a lot, and I've been distracted and elsewhere when it comes to sort of videos, so I haven't been on it with sort of my promises to get my videos out and things like that for training updates. So I just want to give you a quick update, and then hopefully I will be able to resume schedule from now on and have the videos out when I say that I'm going to have them out. I'm just going to have to sort of deal with the kitchen issues and still sort of continue my hobby and my YouTube channel at the same time, so I'm going to have to make the two work together, because it looks like there's no sort of end in sight at the moment with regards to the kitchen. So yeah, I may do a separate video if people are interested in that, in sort of the whole story so far with regards to the kitchen. I know I still need to do a kitchen video as well, but obviously because it's not finished I can't fully show you that yet. So I'm sort of just, I'm waiting on them to finish basically. So training update first. The last time that I ran was I think nearly 2 weeks ago. I ran the weekend before last, and I did my 7-mile long run, so that was the sort of end of week 7 of my base training plan. That week 7, had actually gone really well. I'd done 4 runs that week. All 4 runs went really well. I really enjoyed my 7-mile run that I did. It was absolutely pouring with rain that morning, and yeah, I really enjoyed the run actually, and I felt like it went quite well. I was looking forward to heading into the final week of base training and to sort of finish on a high with that, then to go into London marathon training. However, that didn't go to plan. On Wednesday last week I got COVID. I was meant to go out for my first run of week 8. On that day I'd left it until the evening. I had been feeling absolutely fine during the day. I did a test in the morning, I was negative. We have a sort of rule at work where we do sporadic tests every now and again to make sure that when we've been in contact with other people we haven't obviously been infected and whatever else, and we bring it to the office. So I had done a test that morning, I was negative, didn't have any symptoms whatsoever, I felt absolutely fine. I'd managed to get through work and whatever else, and I'd come back and I had to deal with the kitchen fitter for something. I think he was refitting the hob and the tap from when they'd redone the counter the previous day, and he had damaged the tap, so I'd had quite a lot of stress from that, just because everything that seems to happen, any sort of remedial work with the kitchen, ends up with damaging somewhere with the kitchen, and it just seems like a never-ending cycle sort of thing. So I thought that the symptoms that I had that evening were stress related, and obviously they weren't. I felt worse and worse throughout that night. I had a really sort of tight chest, which I sort of put towards stress and light anxiety of the kitchen at first, but obviously over time, over the sort of course of the night, I got worse. I got more body aches and things like that, so I decided to take a test and I was positive. So that wasn't great. I was quite shocked at that. I'd managed to avoid getting COVID for the last 2.5 years, or however long it's been around. So the fact that I've caught it now was a bit of a shock to me, and I was quite stressed out about it anyway, because you never know how your body is going to react to it. I've never had COVID before, at least not to my knowledge, and if I have, I was asymptomatic, because if I'd have had anything like what I've had the last week, I think I'd have known about it. So I'm not sure where I caught it from. It was either from Philip's mum and her partner when we went to go and see them on Monday, or the kitchen fitters that were around on the Tuesday. I'm not too sure. Either way, I'm not really passing blame on anyone or anything like that. It just sucks. I was basically bedbound for the first 3 days. My sinuses were like really blocked. I had a really blocked nose, and I felt like I had constant toothache. That sort of once the body aches started to fizzle out, that was what I was dealing with afterwards, was this just constant toothache and headache. Then I lost my sense of taste and smell, which was great. I think that was the worst symptom I've had to deal with out of all of the symptoms from COVID. I really struggled mentally with that one, just because I love food, so the fact that I couldn't taste anything at all in any drinks or food was just really playing with my head, to the point where I didn't want to eat anything. I'd completely lost my appetite, and I was trying to force myself to eat food because obviously I needed energy with me being sick and trying to recover. But yeah, it just wasn't an enjoyable experience at all. I'm still testing positive at the moment. I think I'm on day 7. I break my isolation at the weekend on Saturday. That will be 10 days. At the moment I'm still testing positive. I haven't had those 2 negative results that I need in order to break isolation. The rules may be different in other countries. In the UK there is no legal requirement to self-isolate. However, you're supposed to sort of use your head when it comes to whether you're going to self-isolate or not, basically. Because there's no rules on it, people can just go out and be free to walk around with COVID. However, I think for me, knowing that I could potentially spread it onto someone a bit more vulnerable just doesn't sit right with me, so I have been self-isolating. Obviously I was hoping that I would have a negative result for after day 5. So usually with the old rules it was that if you had a negative result on 2 days in a row, after day 5 of you testing positive, you were able to break your isolation. Otherwise you would have to either wait for those 2 negative results in a row, or if you got to 10 days you could then break your isolation. So I mean, it's looking like at the moment that I am going to be breaking my isolation on Saturday, because my positive results were still quite strong. So yeah, that is basically what's been going on. I haven't been able to train. I have obviously got a treadmill, so if I was feeling well enough I would have jumped on the treadmill to have a run or something like that, but I have not been feeling well enough to do that. And even so, like today, I've been feeling alright, but I don't want to push it. I'm obviously still sick because I've got a cold and stuff like that, so even though I could jump on the treadmill, I think I'm just going to allow myself those extra few days to recover and then fully start afresh again. Obviously that does suck with marathon training plan, with the London Marathon training plan. I was meant to start that this week. Obviously because I'm still sick and in isolation and whatever else, I'm not able to do that. So it looks like I'm potentially going to have to miss a week of my London Marathon training, which sucks. I am a bit anxious about it. I'm not entirely sure what week I'm going to cut out, whether I will just literally cut out week 1 and start on week 2, I'm not sure. I'm just going to have to play it by ear on that. Obviously I will break my isolation on Saturday, so I am planning on getting out for a run on Saturday and Sunday at least. I have been itching to sort of get back out running, but I obviously consciously know that I need to allow my body to recover and heal and whatever else. So I haven't wanted to push it too much. So I'm letting my body do its thing, let it recover, and then I will start afresh when I break my isolation. So yeah, that's sort of what is going on for London Marathon training. In terms of other updates, I had my Jumpstart June challenge, which I started at the beginning of the month with Maria. And I know a couple of other people from my channel and Maria's channel were in on that challenge and were doing that challenge. Maria is smashing the challenge. If you don't follow her, I'll leave her channel somewhere up here. Obviously because of everything that's been going on, I was initially on track with the challenge. I think I'd missed maybe 1 day. I was meant to do a video update, but obviously because then COVID hit, I've not been able to do anything, and I've not been able to continue the challenge either. Just because a lot of them were sort of food related and things like that, and obviously I couldn't manage the exercise challenges and things like that, so I've just not been able to do that. I am hoping that from tomorrow onwards I will hopefully be able to pick the challenge back up. if there's any sort of exercise days or whatever in there, I may swap them out and jiggle things about for the rest of the month, sort of be on track with that. But yeah, that's basically just been what's happening with both training and my challenge updates. So I am hoping to pick back up a regular schedule with my videos. I know that I've promised that for a long time. I'm just going to have to sort of deal with the stresses of the kitchen and hope that they sort of finish up fairly soon. Although I'm not holding my breath with that, because basically everything that happens, every remedial work or whatever with the kitchen, something else happens to draw it out even longer. So I think I'm just going to have to work around it and sort of manage the stress and just keep on top of my videos. So from here on out, I will have a update every week on my training. About the video for obviously next week will probably be very short because I have not been able to do the first week of my training plan. I will update then what my sort of plan is going forward, whether I'm just going to skip that week or whether I will just move on to the next week, or whether I'll cut out a week further on in the training plan or whatever. I'm not really sure at this point. But that is, that's the very long-winded way of me explaining where I've been and what's been going on. So I am hoping that COVID is on its way out and I don't have any more sort of issues with that, and that I will be able to continue with my marathon training plan, or start my marathon training plan at least. I can't remember whether there's anything else that I need to update on. Obviously, with my London Marathon training plan, I am fundraising for Crohn's and Colitis. Sorry, my camera cut out then, because obviously I've been talking a bit too long. I was just saying that obviously with my marathon training plan now being started, I am going to be pushing my fundraising a bit more on both my channel and my social media. I hope that it's not going to become annoying for many of you, but obviously I do have a target to raise and I don't really need that added stress on top of everything else, so I'm going to be pushing that quite a lot. Obviously I will always leave my link to my fundraising page down below. If you can donate anything at all, I hold no judgment at all with anything that anyone wants to donate. If you can donate anything at all. I know that things are a struggle with the economic climate at the moment and prices and things going up, so I know it's very difficult for people to dig into their pockets, but it is a very important cause to raise for, and if you can even just spare a few pounds, then that would be great, and I would be very grateful for that. So I will leave a link down below. If you can spare anything at all, then please do. If you can't, then a share wouldn't go amiss. That would also help out. It would help to sort of spread the word with it. So if you can share my fundraising page or my efforts, that would be appreciated too. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say. I think I'm going to go to bed because I am very tired. Anything that I sort of do during the day is draining me at the moment, so I am going to wrap this up and get it edited, get it uploaded, and then I'm going to head to bed, and hopefully you'll see me very soon with another update. So I'm going to leave it here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can always click the notification bell down below and you'll be notified of when my videos go live. Other than that, hope you're all staying safe and well. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.